Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are kicking off the new season of Peaky Blinders. This is season 3, episode 1. I cannot wait to dive into this new season to see where everything goes. All of you were right. It's been awesome so far. I can't wait to see more.
I'm a little sad that we don't have Campbell, but I'm ready, willing, and able to see what sort of hijinks Tommy is going to get into now.
Liar! Oh, man, this series has been so incredible. 2 seasons in. Absolutely loving it. Cannot wait to see what sort of shenanigans go down in season 3. I'm sad, yes, that we lost such a great villain, but I'm hoping for some of our other favorites to be back, especially Tom Hardy.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to miss the cat and mouse game of Campbell and Tommy, so I hope they have a good replacement for some kind of shenanigans. With that being said, by the order of Peaky Blinders, let's go!
And there's a woman who I love.
Hello.
See, I almost thought it was going to be that guy behind him doing it.
At some point in the near future, Mr. Churchill will want to speak to you in person. He has a job for you. We will be in touch.
Love how they picked right up, replayed it for us.
Yeah,
Another 2-year time jump.
2-year jump.
Who's the bride gonna be? That's the question.
Yeah, but whose bride is it anyway?
Tell me you're not serious.
Well, you never
Well,
know.
he's got many suitors.
You never know who it could be.
You just never know.
Look at Finn. Finn grew up.
Oh, John has got a baby.
Paul's got a new hairstyle.
Now, who's this guy?
He looked creepy, and they gave him too much time on camera. Mm-hmm. Oh,
No, boy.
Arthur's got a nice haircut.
Oh! He's got himself a lady.
His red right hand.
Boom, boom.
Wonder if May picked her dress out.
The English countryside is just—it's just something else, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
They did something tricky with that hair.
I mean,
It's gonna be hard not to look smug when I'm right.
No. No. Until I see the face, it is Grace.
No.
What is happening? That's
well, remember,
that's
Neill was
that's
Oh, he
Grace.
does not look happy to be walking her down the aisle at that wedding. That is
That's
a
Grace.
disgruntled father.
so not a.
Well, it's not Grace. Her father's no longer with us,
Yeah.
so it's got to be May.
And that's royalty. Someone. Oh!
Told you it was Grace.
The smug look.
I thought I had him, folks. Thought I had him.
Dearly beloved.
I love the tease, though.
Yeah, they hit her blonde hair really nice.
Yeah, because how they have the veil.
Whoa.
Well, I mean,
Wonder if Cillian Murphy has that painting somewhere in his house.
oh
just
my
as a
God.
laugh.
It's
Yeah.
to keep it as one of the props.
Look at this place.
Whoa.
You.
Oh, they went to New York.
Arthur's gonna start throwing haymakers.
He just kicked someone.
Wonder if it was race day for Arthur on this one.
She's got us smoking.
Jeez.
It's not a digital. You only get one shot.
Uh-oh.
What's this guy doing here?
Hey, wasn't that the guy who
accountant?
played the gentleman who shot Bruce Wayne's parents in the Nolan Batman Begins?
I think it is.
Jesus, Dave, you got a thing for faces. I don't think I've seen that movie in 10 years.
I just can't overstate how mad I am at myself that Paul Anderson was in the UK at the Arnold Classic in Birmingham last year.
You should be
And
disappointed
I
in
didn't get a
yourself.
picture with him.
You should be very disappointed in yourself.
I am.
Dave.
For
Dave, I'm
shame. I
disappointed.
just said I was. I hadn't seen the series. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what you get for being a quitter, Dave.
Way to be a don'ter. You got to be a doer.
Doers do.
What's that? Pain and gain?
Pain and gain.
All right, Paul. Tell the league girls I've counted all the paintings. Oh, Paul. Some people here are not on the list.
Actually, we were told on the train there'd be cocaine.
Oh, jeez.
Asking like there'd be cookies.
Woo!
Get you now. Arthur, this lady wants to play in the snow.
Nah, no snow today.
Woo!
That guy's just hot.
So her family is all in there, and then the rest of them are in the other rooms.
We got lost. Oh, come on. Really need to do a map.
They're all getting lost up by the kitchen.
Right, boys, you're all here. Today, this is my fucking wedding day.
Yeah, and you said there'd be no bloody uniforms.
Despite the bad blood, I'll have none of it on my carpet. Now, for Grace's sake, nothing will go wrong. Those bastards out there are her family. And if you fuckers do anything to embarrass her, your kin, you do anything.
Tom.
To what?
What about snow?
No. No cocaine. No sports. No selling fortunes. No racing. No fucking sucking petrol out of their fucking cars. And you, Charlie.
There he is.
Stop spinning yarns about me, eh?
Oh, I'm just trying to sell you to them, Tom.
You bunch of fuckers. Despite the provocation from the cavalry, no fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No
didn't have to say it
fucking fighting! Get the fucking...
Throws a bottle at him.
Grace, you need her downstairs. People are hungry.
I'll come down, but not with you like this. Tommy! I know there's business on your mind.
I am sorry that they wore their uniforms.
Yeah, they fucking did, eh?
You've been like this for weeks.
I need you to tell me that it's business making you like this and not regret over me.
It's business, Grace. And bad business it is, all round. I'm scared for you. I'm scared for the baby. And this is how I am when I'm scared. It's unfamiliar to you, but not to me. I can be scared and carry on.
That's fair, kind
And
of.
it's not pleasant to look at, and no joy to be around.
At least he's aware of it.
Yeah.
Part of the deal when you marry a Shelby.
Tell me what it is you're afraid of.
Clubber Lane.
You can't win.
You can't win.
Part 4.
I know.
What do you want me to say? You want me to hear you say it? I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid. For the first time. All right, you know what?
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
Burn me with a cigarette.
Shit.
Arthur's speech. I'm scared of fucking Arthur's speech.
Me too.
Oh, God, I didn't even think about that.
We waited 2 weeks in the month for them.
There are things that if I take them off, I won't be able to put back on.
They're all just sitting down there waiting for dinner.
What you call an animal with a prick halfway up its back? Cavalry horse.
No fighting, though. Jokes are okay.
You're best man, Arthur. Go and find them.
Oh, boy, this could be
Well, remember, he
interesting.
needs a map for the house. He got lost finding the kitchen.
He's looking over.
It's the wrong one.
What do you mean the wrong one? How many are there?
There's two giving me the eye. I'd heard the other one. He looked harmless.
That guy.
Couldn't help noticing you are unaccompanied. May I join you?
Pass on him, Ball. He took out Bruce's parents.
The look she gave.
It's your thing. I need you downstairs.
It's all right, we're done. You drunk?
Huh? No.
Oh, no.
He'll loosen up his nerves.
Just one drink then.
Linda's a good woman, Arthur.
Oh, is he going to propose?
Good whiskey.
At somebody else's wedding? That's in bad taste.
Oh, I mentioned this in my speech then. Aye?
Not unless you want to get cut, Arthur.
Sorry, sister.
Sorry.
Tell the maids to break out the champagne. We're down a minute.
Got it right here.
Good. I'm ready. Good.
I hope we get a good moment.
Speeches are a lot of pressure.
I'm a refugee.
From where?
Gotham.
Russia. In the past few months, Thomas has developed some business interests with Russia. I see he has confided in you. You need his permission to even speak to me.
My senior position within the Shelby company means I don't often have to ask permission from anyone to do anything. So perhaps you'll just tell me why the fuck you're talking Russian business on Thomas's wedding day.
Oh, I love these close-up shots they do.
Michael, speeches, come on.
My bloody man. I just heard there was a fire at his restaurant midnight last night, and a smashed-back window and a smell of petrol.
See, we tried to talk some sense into you. We did checks on him. He's had 5 different names in the last 6 years, and he's got connections with the Naples boys.
Come on, Michael.
What do you know about love? About when lightning strikes?
I'm having a couple now and again to remind myself why I don't drink it.
You set fire to his restaurant to stop him coming. You have no right to choose who I step out with in my own time.
Oh, boy. Michael's going to take charge here? Yep.
You now have an important position in this company. You got the order. Same as us. You can do it.
Oh, no.
Until further notice, no fraternising with the foreigners.
Oh, Lizzie's in deep.
Yeah.
Tell Tommy from me all the girls in the office think he's losing his fucking mind.
All the girls in the office. We got a whole staff now, huh?
I like how Michael's got a bigger role here. It's interesting.
Oh, it's 2 years. He's probably, worked his way up.
My best man. I'll say a few words.
Go on, Arthur!
Oh, boy.
God.
I'm not one for speeches.
Sing then!
I do have some words written down here. This doesn't include everything that I want to say.
Arthur, just read what we wrote down, eh?
First, a few words from the heart. This man here, my brother Tommy, helped me survive through some of the worst times.
It's a wedding, Arthur. Tell a joke.
Tell a joke.
My brother and the love of a good woman pulled me through that time. Now, Tommy also has the love of a good woman, even though the circumstances of their union was tragic.
Let's, Arthur, let's raise a toast to love, to peace, to marriage,
and to marriage.
That's it.
I wish you would have let him finish.
Beautiful speech.
I wonder
Really
if they're
nice.
saying the circumstances of their union, like because they had a baby, they had to get married.
Oh, that could be
in
it
those
too, yeah.
particular times.
Arthur's definitely a different guy this season.
You spoke with such truth, and God heard you.
What he was going to say was beautiful.
Alone, please. We talked about this, Arthur. That's why we wrote it all down. Once the grace is signed, don't even know her husband killed himself.
Oh! Whoa.
Who do you think I am?
Yes, come on, fucking idiot.
Boys. Yep.
Oh, shut.
Come on.
You think.
Have a good night.
Oh, you stay away from me, some here now. You stay away from me. I've had it.
Kids. Oh, his
MCL.
Yep.
Trick knee.
I was gonna wonder what happened to Grace's husband.
3 shots of it.
I know.
I drew the line.
I know you've turned a corner.
I'm your best man.
I know.
Wasn't gonna tell no.
It's all right. The Russians have made contact. We have to get used to how these bastards operate. For them, family is a weakness, and they go after him. For me, family is my strength, and there's business to be done. I need you.
Family.
Speeches, weddings. You're my best man every fucking day.
Oh.
It's the Russians through the smoke tonight.
When Arthur?
In future, it's not always right to listen to Linda.
See how that's gonna play out for the season.
So what does he say?
You only need to unless you give us the name. We were told to ask for a code name when contact was made.
Batman.
Vengeance.
The code is Constantine.
We still need to see that. I still need to see that.
I haven't seen it either.
I can't remember if I've seen that one or if it was Johnny Mnemonic.
Don't think I've seen either of those.
They'll all be putting their money on this bad boy that I filled up with morphine and water.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you lot make as much noise and fuss as you can, especially fucking you.
So come on, boys, because I hope my boy Finn doesn't fall off the fucking horse.
Oh no, what if Finn has an accident on the horse on Tommy's wedding night?
Oh, you found it. We nearly give up.
Did he tell you what's my business with him is? Why does he trust his aunt more than his brother?
Go and watch the race, boys.
Look at him trying to put a little divide between the brothers there.
Yep. Well, they see family as a weakness.
At the Soviet embassy and within your own government, you're being watched. The Duke's niece is bringing it from London.
I was told money and contact. 10,000 in US dollars.
My employer only trusts members of his family with cash. She'll be at Snow Hill Station at 10 o'clock.
I'll have it picked up.
By who?
By the police, pal. This is our city.
You gotta have a little flex on him quick.
Yep. Yep. The cavalry boys lost.
What, they filled up with morphine and water.
Tell Johnny Jones and his boys not to fire in the woods. Send Finn to watch the gates. Moss is bringing someone.
You did? Well, your friend gave this to me. He said you all did it.
Look, mate.
There was supposed to be no snow.
Yep.
I see you don't either.
You're silly, everyone does.
So go on then, cut the snow.
We call it Tokyo.
We call it whatever the customer calls it.
In London, we were told you are all gangsters.
So that's why you got on a train to dirty old Birmingham for a dirty old night.
You don't look like the others.
That's the idea. See, I've got a bright future, you see. Mapped out. But you want me to be like them, don't you?
What a gentleman.
Yes. Woo! That was a big one.
Just waiting for her to cut a Ric Flair promo. I can't keep these high heels down.
With a tear in my eye.
As if I were a whore.
What if that's the game you want to play?
Everything's with a question.
Everybody is just crushing it in this episode. Every single actor.
Hello, Grace. You look absolutely
Didn't Polly say she was going to cut her?
Yeah.
She made a
Welcome to the
pretty
family.
good threat last time these two were face to face.
Tommy's orders. No upsets tonight.
The hair, everything. Beautiful.
She's just playing it up.
We were late coming down because we were having sex. So afterwards, he told me everything. And Churchill, well, he's the go-between. It's against government policy, so everything must be kept a secret.
There you go.
You know it's begun. They started the business tonight.
Oh!
No, it didn't. You just told me. So thank you. Let's not forget I used to do this for a living.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, sweetheart. It's only Thomas that's forgotten what you are.
Oh, man.
The scene with these two.
At first, I thought they buried the hatchet. And no, they did not.
Looking to bury the knife in somebody's back.
Oh, is she going to talk to him about
Polly
it?
just told me there's business being done.
I didn't ask him to come.
Tommy, please don't let anything happen tonight. Just get this business done and get away from things like this. Follow the foundation. You run the tracks and sell cars.
Oh, she's trying to get him out.
Wedding vow.
Going legit never works.
I promise.
I love you, Tommy Shelby.
I love you.
I don't like how the music is with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now join.
That was interesting with the music, dude.
Yeah. That was a very interesting note they had during that scene.
Arthur.
Hey, there's Moss.
May I introduce you to the Grand Duchess Tatiana Petrovna from to play Georgia. I introduce you to the Shelby brothers, Small Heath, Birmingham.
She looks like trouble.
He's in Lerv.
It says wedding day.
Look at him. He's stunned.
Give me the money.
I was told to give it to Mr. Culloden.
Whoever it is up there, he gave the wrong name.
What name did he give?
No. I don't trust any of you.
I know Mr. Culloden by sight from Tbilisi. Is his hair dark?
The instructions I was given was anyone using the wrong code name was an infiltrator for the Soviet embassy.
Just let me go to the
I
house.
do not want this shit. Anyone hear my fucking house?
And whoever it is up at the house, he gave the wrong fucking name.
The money is in the car, Mr. Shelby.
Finn.
Oh, I don't like this.
Something's going to happen. There's no way this whole thing can be smooth.
Yeah. We're good.
Can you do it? Can you kill?
Moss, you take the Duchess, Back to Birmingham.
Come on, love.
That didn't go very good.
I was expecting a lot worse, to be honest.
Well, so is Tommy. Well, we'll see.
The truth is that I slept with the wife of one of the colonels who sat for me. But that was 12 years ago. And the aristocracy don't believe in forgiveness.
Neither do the Shelbys.
So is Tommy going to take out our Russian guy? Because he gave
Shall
the
we
wrong
kill him?
name? Well,
He's a red. We've been paid by the whites. It's part of the contract.
We should never have got into this, Tom.
There was no choice.
Factory breaking. That's what you said.
Yep, and that's what it is. There's just some shit that goes with it.
And who shovels it?
It's 10 times. Where that's coming from, 10 times. For lifting vehicles off a fucking
Vehicles, Tommy. Nothing about tanks. Yeah.
There are powerful people in this country who want to help these mad bastards, including the King, Churchill, and half the fucking Tory party. And if we refuse, Arthur, they will see to it that we hang for one of our many sins. And we've never earned money like this. Never. We'll use it to buy the wharf and Boston docks. That's why I've asked for dollars.
ooh.
When it's done,
America.
it's business as usual.
Yeah, just that easy.
It's going to go to one more job, guys. Then we're going to Tahiti.
Tahiti.
And we're going legit. Oh, he's just like Jax Teller.
Dude, I'm trying to hold myself back from all the Suns things.
I know
because of
all the
Andrew.
comparisons.
I want
but-
him to experience it without us giving too much.
Tommy, rag time.
Hey, he wants the music to be louder.
Yep.
This
A little louder.
Constantine is
get
about to
people
get
talking
got.
louder.
You got anything quieter than that?
Well, it's interesting. He's making Arthur do it. I mean, you know what they say. You want a job done right. I get Arthur's the hammer, but
Well, dude, remember, Tommy's probably has to be in like 8 different places at one time.
That's true.
He's got to be seen on
Just
his
my
wedding
assumption.
day, too.
Yeah. Come on, Arthur. It's race day. You can do it.
You're the only one in your family who is a communist.
Some of them are. They just don't know it. Arthur?
There is a woman here to see you, Mr. Claddon. She just arrived.
So Tatiana made it from London safe.
Yes.
Where is she?
Out by the stables.
Away from everybody, and I can walk behind you.
Can I use the lavatory?
Nope. Nope.
You can piss outside.
Oh, he knows.
Yep.
This
he
this
knows
isn't
he's
gonna go
walking
well.
to his fate.
Yep.
Oh, we got the guys who were riding, doing everything Tommy didn't want. Well, I guess he doesn't mind.
Clear the air. Away from the ladies. We're rather like generals here, aren't we? We're a bit too close to the fighting to be generals, surely.
Yeah. Yep, here we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Some of us only agreed to come today to bless this union because of your exemplary war record as Grace's uncle and a kind of father to her for many years. I'm still deeply uneasy about the many stories of corruption and violence.
Oh, he's gonna lose a thumb.
Drink the fucking wine and smile. That's what I'm doing.
Who's saving the day?
He's not going to do it.
What was that?
Probably just a car backfired.
He did it.
Well, I thought somebody was going to have to swoop in to save the day for him.
Man, the way they were building that, I was thinking that he was having like hard second thoughts.
See, now, if it would have been race day for Arthur, he wouldn't have had any problems.
Oh, no.
It wasn't the day I was expecting.
Not me.
It's over now. Tomorrow it'll be just us.
It never is.
No. Yeah.
He's got one more job.
There's Arthur taking out the trash.
Literally.
I know. This is preposterous.
Plenty of other rooms to stay in. Good night, Mr. Oliver.
You have my card. We could have tea.
Tea. Oh, he said it.
Tea.
Tea. Gosh, all the
She was ready to go.
I mean, all of them are just waiting for the hammer to
She got on her
eventually
neck
drop.
there.
I went looking for you. Thought you'd been here.
I wanted to end with a bit of peace. It's beautiful. Thanks.
Arthur, why are you wearing gloves? You never wear gloves.
It's cold.
Well, it was cold out. I mean, he just said his water froze.
What was in your heart was beautiful. God is all the speeches that don't get said. And isn't it nice to still be yourself at this time of night? Close your eyes, Arthur, and spend a minute thinking about that.
Man, she is the yin to his yang.
Yeah, he's trying to change, and she's trying to help him, and that's not going to be good for business.
Have we seen Cillian Murphy's butt before?
I don't know, Oak.
Maybe it was in Oppenheimer.
Not
I don't know.
times on the old ass cheeks there.
Yeah.
I don't know that I ever expected to be honest.
Oh, you don't remember the back scene from Batman Begins, a scarecrow? Having a big fire tonight out in the forest, boys.
Smells like barbecue.
Someone making ribs.
You know, those Lee boys, you can just count on them for anything, can't you?
Once they are on your side,
Yep,
yes.
reliable.
Basically, just don't have them as an enemy and you're good.
We solved that with a wedding.
Yep.
Sure did.
Yep. Will he do? Oh, all the jewelry and the teeth.
Oh, Slum's all right, looks like.
Are we going to get the lineup? Everybody's going to their respective cars and going to pull out?
Let's pull close.
Back to Birmingham. It's kind of the back to business as usual scene.
Yep.
Send us off in the next episode.
The one day of fun is over now.
Expansion.
You know who we haven't seen yet is Alfie.
I know. Surprised he wasn't at the wedding. Breaking
I'm
some
real
bread.
shocked that he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
This is it's the storage facility scene from Breaking Bad.
And you're willing to gamble it all on one robbery?
I'm a gambling man, Paul.
Putting it all on red? Oh
He
my
definitely
God.
has a Walter White complex.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me that's not enough for back in the day?
Yeah, to buy a wharf in Boston.
Wow.
See to get a wharf, we're going legit.
That's all it'll take to go legit.
Just lay in it. It'll be fun. Just lay in it. Just lay down.
Got to lay on it once.
Stephen Knight, good job.
Oh, wow.
Writing this episode.
Yeah,
My
what an
God.
opener to a brand new season for us. We had a couple of time jumps. We had to kind of almost get reacquainted with some of the characters that we knew from season 2 because some folks are a little bit acting a little bit differently. Obviously, we have Arthur going through what he's going through. Michael is different. Seems to be taking charge a little bit, as is John Boy. He's climbing up the ranks. Getting into a little fist fight there. Or was that Finn getting in the fight? I couldn't tell if that was John or Finn that was fighting.
It was John Boy.
Okay.
And I'm all ripped up.
That's what I
John Boy.
thought. Yeah, he was hitting the pre-1930s weights there, it looked like a little bit. But anyhow, all kidding aside, again, another fantastic episode. Again, the one-on-one acting that we come to expect from this series was spot on. The scene with Paul and Grace was just awesome. I loved that back and forth. And I'm going to go back to it here. It kind of gave me a little bit of vibes of Heat, where with De Niro and Pacino, where they're kind of like, well, I'm going to do this. Yeah, well, I'm going to do this. And there's this. And the one-upsmanship that they kept playing between Paul and Grace, I thought was outstanding. And I love how Paul's like, I haven't forgotten, what you are, even though Tommy has. That was pretty incredible too. And we saw even here that, yes, Tommy's been working for Churchill. He's doing the things that the government can't do. And he sees how risky these deals are. They had what I'm just going to call a double agent or a spy, for lack of a better term, with the guy who Arthur had to take out. He's not who he said he was, gave the wrong name with Constantine. And right there, Tommy's like, no, I don't take chances. Give me the money. Get out of here. This is how we're going to do it. So I really liked that. And Tommy was just stressed, man. He was running at like 10,000 RPM this whole episode, except when he had the little bit of levity with Grace, where he told her kind of, what his world is. He's scared. He doesn't know kind of how things are always going to play out, and that's what he has to deal with. So I thought that was really good. And again, look, we're back to Peaky Blinders. It's everything we've come to expect. They caught us up on a lot of questions that we had earlier in the episode, such as what happened to Grace's husband. I think I made that prediction that he wasn't going to make it out of season 2. Well, technically, I guess he really didn't, because here we are at the start of season 3. Nowhere to be found, so kind of saw that one coming. But it's interesting. They had the 2 years. Tommy and Grace did a little bit of traveling, went to New York, and again, trying to go legit, yet he's still doing the dirty work for the government. So obviously Grace doesn't know about that. She knew something was going down tonight. She found that out, and she's hanging on to the idea that she can run the charitable foundation. Tommy can be legit shipping automobiles and whatever else it might be. At least that's the way I took it. If I got that wrong, please feel free to correct me. But again, it just seems like we're going to get the run of, I'm going to try to get out of this life a little bit, go legit, buy this wharf in Boston, which to me might as well be Tahiti. That's just, it's the same thing. Wharf in Boston, going to Tahiti because you got one more job to do like Dutch and Red Dead. So look, I'm all in for this season. I think it's going to be fantastic. I love how the characters have changed. I like the spin they gave Arthur, because look, you can't just go another season of having Arthur being this deranged, just unhinged, loose cannon that can explode at any moment.
Oh, we can't?
So we see him starting to change a little bit. Linda's kind of helping him along with that, but I think that that's going to be a problem, because Tommy needs that kind of madman on his side, and Arthur's having trouble with it. He almost botched the job of taking out who he had to take out. He slipped up. He slipped up on Constantine, I guess we'll say.
Well, in
that
fairness,
was the code word. That was
that was the code word.
What I'm calling him
in
now.
fairness, though, like Arthur's, I love the layers that they're giving Arthur from each season. They started kind of.
Yeah, feel free to jump in.
They're still. I just want to, before I forget it, because I will. The way they started off season 1 with Arthur, season 2, and now season 3, I think adding Linda as to give more complexity to Arthur is great, because now we're starting to see Tommy. He does trust him to do the dirty jobs, but even just a simple task of not even having enough trust or faith for Arthur to do whatever he was going to do with his speech. Like, Tommy's like, nope, and just all the, like, on the cigarette, like,
coffee, and read what we wrote.
This is the stuff, and we haven't even seen Linda really tee up Tommy to be bad in Arthur's eyes. Arthur's the one who's starting to see, like, these little things, which was slowly progressing in this episode. So I'm hoping Tommy eventually starts appreciating him a little bit more outside of doing the dirty jobs, and just kind of let him have an extra moment or two to, whatever he's going to do, good or bad, then Tommy can deal with it. But like in that instance, I do love where this potentially, after one episode, may go, of the distrust starting to start as a small crack in the foundation, maybe starting to crack even more.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's right. I think Tommy's going to have friction with Linda going forward. Like, look, what are you doing to my brother? You're changing him. I don't like what you're doing to him. And she's going to say, you're a terrible man. I'm trying to make him better, yada, yada.
Which, from her point of view, is she's not wrong.
Well, I think with Arthur, we've seen the cracks have always been there from season 1 to season 2. Look at how we ended season 2. I mean, yeah, he was in prison, but he was second guessing everything he ever did in life. I know we thought it was a joke when he's like, I was good at drawing. I was, I should have paid attention in class. And like John's like, you never even went to class. So you had all that. And so now you have Linda with this other, little angel on his shoulder telling him, hey, maybe what you're doing is wrong, where Arthur's like, I need this dog. But I do think it was important what he said, that F this wedding, you're my best man every day. So I think, like you said, he needs to show more of outside of the business, but I mean, the business is their life is their business. There's nothing else that they're doing. I mean, we saw the vault, how full of money it was.
And I liked the scene that Michael had in here, because he kind of gave the I don't partake in the product or whatever. To me, he's a mini Tommy Shelby. That's how I see Michael, as he seems to have all the traits that would allow him to rise to the top.
Well, he's seeing who is possibly doing it wrong with Arthur partaking and everything, but now granted, Arthur is just 3 drinks or whatever. He's trying to go straight or whatever. And so he sees that aspect. Then he sees how, Tommy he was smoking some stuff in the first season, but I don't know how much he has been since, but he just drinks and smokes cigarettes. He doesn't do any of the hard drugs, at least that have seen. So he sees the 2 aspects of how to be successful, and he sees how Tommy really is, and I think Tommy's probably taking him under his wing too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good kickoff to season 3. I mean, you're in some sketchy business when they have contacts showing up on your wedding day, but I think that's a power play, right? Like, we're gonna do this when we want, on our terms, and hey, guess what? We're gonna do it on your wedding day to see how serious you are about business. It's a little unsettling that they're kicking off this new business and already things are going wrong. Someone from the Russian state showed up, gave the wrong password. Of course, things didn't start off as we were hoping they would. But it's it's sketchy new business. But we learned at the end of the last season that Churchill was going to ask a favor of Thomas Shelby. I shouldn't even call it a favor. He's going to tell him, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And it's plural.
Yeah, favors. Well, that's the thing. That's what's kind of nerve-wracking also. It's like once he learns he has somebody to do the dirty business that they can't be officially tied to, it's like, well,
then there's no getting out even.
How do you get out? How do you stop? When do you get to say, hey, we're done with all this and cut ties? I don't know that you do. So but a good first episode. It's definitely different seeing Arthur trying to kind of go down the straight and narrow. A religious woman trying to, sometimes you wonder if it's trying to help him or trying to fix him. Both. Is one any better or worse than the other? But like you guys have said, I think Tommy needs an Arthur. He needs an aggressive right-hand man to do the sort of stuff that he's always been doing. I like that we see Michael kind of developing into the very calculated, cool, calm,
pragmatic.
He's
thinker.
The one who wants to be on the business side of things, a decision maker. So this was a really solid episode. Of course, they gave us some racing, some fighting after he had the big speech in the basement. None of that.
The poor waiter.
I mean,
Arthur throws the bottle.
Everything basically went out the window. But what I will say is that the fighting was an agreed upon, match. So it wasn't just like they, it just wasn't like a
boxing match.
A brawl broke out. We've seen all the videos online with fights breaking out at receptions and stuff, and it's like, the poor people get married when those fights break out. But if it's a sporting fight, man, then it's different. We saw Johnny step in and break it up and say no fouls, so they were keeping it a sporting fight.
Well, one hit one of the spectators in the chest.
That'll happen. But Grace, seems to be of the mindset that she wants Thomas to still kind of go legit, but
she got the word tonight from Paul.
What are the odds of that really happening?
That was still good.
So,
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting, and I'm curious to see what your folks thought too, that there's 6 episodes in the season. They just, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing either, but I found it interesting that they took one whole episode for one night only. Granted, now it did set up a couple things, right? So that's good that it did that, but I'm kind of really surprised considering how the other episodes, and I'm sure the next 5 episodes are going back to their format that they had, but I just, again, find it interesting that one whole episode was dedicated to one night, considering there's only 6 episodes, because I feel like they probably could have did 3/4. Well, I'm wrong, right? I'm already wrong. They 98% of it was dedicated to one night. The last 3 minutes was the next day showing us the vault. So they did get 2 days in. Either way, good episode with all the web strings that were just weaved into this episode during the wedding day. Grace, obviously, she knew a lot was probably going to happen. She already knows the life. I found it really interesting that the way we got the information about her ex-husband, previous husband, how he ended up
Dunzo
opting out
allegedly.
So that was interesting. The gentleman walking down Grace, we ended up finding out that was the uncle, and he's heard some things about Tommy. So I wonder if we're going to get more of him throughout the season as well, because like I said, that was a pretty main point here in the episode. So I'm kind of hoping with how much they focused on that in this episode, it just wasn't for one and then it's done. Because I do, again, like the complexity of the Peaky Blinders got shit going on here. They got shit going on here, and here. It's not just one group. Mm-hmm. And we had another 2-year time jump. Found that interesting. This whole episode with Arthur's arc, I actually am rooting for him to get past his demons. I'm hoping that eventually happens, which he's clearly fighting, because, man, for a second there, I thought he was not going to pull the trigger and let dude go. I really thought that was going to happen for a moment, just the way that was set up. The scene, like you guys said, seeing Michael kind of step up a little bit in different ways, slowly peeling back a layer of what he may have planned, because he says he has something mapped out, whatever that means. Lizzie. So that storyline, I feel like
that was one we
right
didn't
there,
even touch yet.
I feel like that one, for her, that story of hers, I hope gets explored more, because she, just that little bit of screen time that she had, I feel like let out a lot of information for us to kind of like, ooh, what does that mean? I want to know more. So with her storyline, especially with the dude that's changed his name 6 different times, and Michael and the guys found out about it. Mm-hmm. I definitely get where she's coming from, of like, hey, you don't tell me how to live my life outside this business, but the business that you're in, not saying they're going to control it. Yeah, not saying they should control it, but of course they're going to step in when they find out information out about, hey, this guy's changed his name 5 different times. So I'm hoping all goes well with Lizzie in every single way possible. I do want to see a good arc from her kind of skyrocket, because I feel like in that last season finale of 2x6, she got the wrong end of that stick, for sure.
Yeah, very much
so I'm hoping now, I know 2 years has passed since then. Sounds like Michael kind of said there's another play going on with her. Mm-hmm. Kind of scared of what they may be for Lizzie. I mean, she's been a damn trooper, especially from how we got introduced to her in season 1 and where she's at now. Very, very interesting progression there. The rest of the episode, fantastic. Can't wait. And Aunt Paul, like, and I'm starting to kind of get vibes. I don't know if you guys are getting this too, but I feel like everyone's waiting for the hammer to come down now.
They're all on edge.
Corner. Sure. And I know it has something to do with this deal, but man, all the Shelbys
it was even the guy. It was even the guy that she wanted to look at her at the, and she still had the piece behind the door and just took the champagne. I mean, that's the thing with the Peaky Blinders as a whole. They're only around because Churchill willed it, and that's the thing with Tommy. Like, he's making all this money, he's taking risks because he's on borrowed time, essentially. I think Tommy and the whole Peaky Blinders, like even Lizzie, and anybody else who's involved, you could say Curly, any of their associates. We leave Curly out. Leave Curly alone, man.
I say that because, look, you're a Peaky Blinder. You don't get to do this life for a little bit, make some cash, and then go retire. The only way out of this life for any of them is death. That's the only way they're getting out of it. So they know, or they should know if they don't. I think Tommy clearly does, and Arthur probably, because that's why he's on this character arc, that the only way they get out of this is through death, and that's pretty much it, because Churchill's going to use them as much as he wants, and if they don't succeed on a mission, oh well, on to the next one to do my dirty work. And because of the way that season 2 ended with Tommy, where he thought that was going to be it, he was out of the picture, so to speak, and now that he's back, again, only because of somebody else, I think he has this feeling that things are out of his control. He can only make as much money while he can to hopefully maybe set up his son and give him some chance of hope. But even then, you still have the Shelby name, and it does feel like a curse. I don't know if somebody alluded to that in this episode or not, and like with Aunt Paul having the revolver behind the door, you know, she knows that it could come at any time. She's been in this business a long time. She knows how it works. So that's just the feeling I get, is that they're going to slowly realize there's no way out of this.
Well, Tommy knew, right? Because the guys told him while he was in the grave,
right,
Churchill's got something for you. But I kind of piggybacking off that a little bit with everyone in the life, like Curly, Charlie, Lizzie, we got, Johnny Dogs. We have all these people while they're not immediate family, but they all play a role in the Peaky Blinders, because look at how much Tommy look how deep he's in. He needs every single one of these folks. So if anyone gets taken out, look, I'm sure there could be another person that Tommy and them could, plug and play. But at the end of the day, these are important people to Tommy because they help keep things flowing.
Yep.
Wow, this was a great start to the third season. We cannot wait for more. Hopefully you cannot either. So for Diamond Dave, Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.